There we go. Test. We are good. So, we're in good shape this week. We got a lot done. We have one more full week, then a couple days before the play test drops. And we have a schedule here. With a to-do list. We got the war tent done. Blocked the tent bug. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure we fixed that tent bug. We need to have a defense mode for the AI, so we'll do that next week. Gradinger boss, we need something in him to counter run spam. So we will look at that next week. Got to fix the option menu next week. And then we got to do the Alpha Wolf. We have him created, but we haven't actually play tested him. And we need to get that play test figured out. And then we got to test him with his wolf buddies. So we got to test that. The bear is pretty much there, but we'll play test that a little bit more. And then if we can get all that done, we need to redo how the spawning works and make a less convoluted spawner system, similar to what we have set up with the what is it? What am I thinking of? With the system, the arena system we kind of set up. We're going to be inspired by that, and we're going to rework how we do our AI spawner. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, that's how we're going to do that. So we can get those things done. It should operate a lot smoother, and it should just sort of work. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We have some issues as well with like AI that aren't in particular compounds, and they're just kind of spawning. And I think I got a better system for that as well. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, right now it's a little too convoluted. So we're gonna just fix that. And yeah, so that's what we're looking at for basically next week and the next half week, and we'll probably knock out a couple things a day. But yeah, it's just a little messy. So we gotta. It's just a bunch of little things basically that we need to get fixed. I saw the patch, and it paused. Now, why would it pause? That's very homosexual of it. Now we'll resume the download. Yeah, I have no idea why that would pause. In the meantime, though, we got some assets to make to kind of spruce up the level, so. Okay. So I want to bring the war table in here quick. Just for fun. And yeah, we just basically want to convert this. There we go. Don't want any duplicate materials. Or table. Okay, so first things first, this is where our map is right here. I want to make a kind of like a candle wick that you see with the oil wicks in like medieval times. You see them a lot in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, they rebalanced the layering of armor, which hopefully means armor works. I mean, I don't think the game's hard by any stretch of the imagination, and I wouldn't mind it being harder. But the fact that plate armor can get cut through in like 2 swings with a sword is ridiculous. So they need to fix that. In my humble opinion. I know I saw one and now I can't friggin' find it. Basically this. I mean, this one looks like shit, but that's the idea. Effectively. And yeah, we're just gonna make a pretty basic bitch oil lantern that we can just use as a decoration. That's one of the things we're going to get done, and then we're going to make a bunch of candles and other stuff and kind of light this area up. Illuminate, as the kids say. So, we'll have to see how that balance works. They said they buffed polearms a lot, which is probably good, because polearms are very underpowered. Let's do a cylinder. Let's try this out. I have no idea if this is going to work. But let's hope it does. But basically, yeah, we're just trying to make a little bit of extra lighting, a little bit of extra clutter, and kind of fill that tent up with a bunch of assets. That should overall improve the atmosphere. Making it more believable. Just like that. And modding tools is now live with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So once we get this play bit test kind of out the door and we ship it, we will do a sword mod for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm thinking of making a one-handed sword. Maybe we do one and two-handed. We can see. We'll see. We got options, as they say. That's like a nice little plate. And we just take this ugly bitch. Kind of expand it out. I think I can just do this. You frickin' know it. Alright, this is gonna be easy. Let's isolate this so we can see better what we're doing here, but what happens if I do this? Are we... Okay, this is so fucked. Okay. We gotta start over. This is a disaster. I don't know what the hell happened there. Let's just go in here and do it. 12. Maybe we'll do 16. We'll fix the scale later. Scale's kind of easy. All right. One. I think that's it. Just like that. That looks good to me. My fucking head is just not into it today. My fucking... just brain fog. You know how it is. Apparently they fixed Always Locked, Swordsmith, and Gutenberg. That's good. I wasn't sure if it was like quest related or what the hell was going on, but... it's clear to me something wasn't right. So that's good. I read through the dev notes, but I think I missed that one. I know they fixed the Knight Sword recipe. I had to install a mod just so that I could craft it because the recipe that was in the game was busted. It's kind of crazy because it's actually... despite having technically lower stats than some other swords, it has the highest blunt damage out of every other one-handed sword, I think, in the game. I'll have to double check the St. Valentine sword, but it has abnormally high blunt damage, which makes it actually a superior weapon because blunt damage helps a lot when it comes to armored opponents. Okay, we're gonna do a dirty trick here. We're gonna come in here. Fill this hole in. And now I can do all of this. And this keeps all of my edges on the same track. Give us a nice, lovely round bowl. I just completed the some of the Thieves Guild quests earlier today, Tomboy. I'm playing on my first playthrough because I accidentally erased the save on my second playthrough. So I completely... that save is just gone. Let's just get rid of this for now. It sucks, but what can you do? But I was doing a quest for the miners in Kuttenberg, where you gotta steal your trophy back. And there was like bloody dress, a whole bunch of weird shit in there. And I'm like, why the fuck do they have all this weird stuff in there? Like, these people are like gang rapists or something, like just really weird evidence. And it turns out that the owner was actually a bandit, and you find out about all that shit in the quest forum. Later on. And I was just I was left bewildered. Because I didn't know why that was happening. What if I did something really funny? But yeah, there's quite a bit. I also found, you guys know of the vampire lair under the underground where there's the vampire with the stake in his heart. But right before that vampire body, there's there's actually a woman who's dead, who has 2 cuts in her neck. That kind of look like bite marks, but not quite. But it's suspicious enough that if I were a townsfolk, I would go, oh yeah, that person is definitely a fucking vampire. So that, it's kind of funny how it kind of makes that whole thing make more sense. Let's see if we can make this a little smoother. Right now it feels awkward. Da 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 da. Yeah, there's a bit of a mess here we have to fix, but it'll work out. It'll work itself out, don't worry. Or it won't. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. We're going to tweak a couple things to kind of pull it in, but I think that doesn't look terrible. 4.5 megabits. I'm not sure. My OBS settings are set to something. I'm streaming at 3 kbps on my stream. I don't usually go max quality for this kind of stuff. You can see what's going on, and it helps my computer run smoother. I had it set to higher and my frame rate would tank on certain games, so I just kind of kept it low. Let's see if we can fix this, though. Clean this area up. We want this. I think we fixed it for the most part. Do these things typically have a handle? I think they do, don't they? Maybe they don't. I got so much shit. They failed stealth kills, eh? They nerfed it? I don't know. I feel like if you're max level, you should be able to stealth kill anything. Is there like a % chance, or do they just heighten the requirements? Because I don't feel like nothing's in % chance. To me, it feels like it's just a flat skill check. So I'm curious if that just means they heightened the requirements to get certain people. Do I don't have that up anymore. So we're just going to do oil, lantern, medieval. Images. That's not oil. That's a nice one, actually. This isn't what we're using, but it's nice. On a little hook and a chain there like that. Should we have a bedpan? Yes or no on a bedpan? I don't think it would make sense. Like, a bedpan is primarily for, like, people who just can't get out, right? Like, I don't know why you wouldn't just get up and take a shit outside. Or in your little toileted area. I don't know, like, bedpans are mainly for the elderly and sick, right? Yeah, there shouldn't be... You shouldn't be able to defend yourself against a complete sneak attack. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think that matters. Let's just delete this for now. We'll come back later. Now there's this fun little tool here. I think it's mesh tools. Edit mesh, mesh tool. Is it just mesh? Bridge. I think I have to delete these. Try this again. Okay, fuck this. This doesn't work. Alright, fine, you assholes. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Oh. Basically like that. I'm just gonna correct this quick. It's a little sloppy. But yeah, we're just making like a nice little handle. It's kind of crude. But it's supposed to be. It's not a. This isn't an ornate lantern that's super fancy. This is really just kind of basic stuff. Just, I don't understand why this thing is twisting. Then we'll just take this. Just kind of. My Maya modeling is fucking dated, to be honest. Which is what you're seeing here in real time. That's what you're witnessing, is just really dated. Out of practice. That should be fucking perfect. Still feels a little funky, don't it? We'll make it work. We will make it work. Yeah, I have Warband. I just haven't got around to it yet. I will say, one thing it does have going against it is the art is not great in terms of graphical fidelity. They really seem to just lack a good team for art. Not that that's the only thing that matters in video games, but it definitely helps. Let's do this. And then we can just take this and just collapse it like that. And that just makes a much smoother handle. Hold on. One more trick. And then, yeah, just a simple matter of bringing these corners all the way down. Like that. That's much smoother. And that keeps it between quads and triangles nice and cleanly. Then we can just add a disk. Maybe about that low. Let's just do a cylinder here. I think we set this to 16. Then we can just delete all this shit. And there's our disk. Basically what we're doing is you got to have oil in here, right? We want the oil to sit kind of low, so around there. And then just kind of whatever. It's a little sloppy, but it gets the job done. Now you got that little bit of like that sunken look. Which kind of helps it look like the oil is sitting where it's supposed to. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, the scale's a little big. FYI. So we will be fixing that in a minute, but for right now, it's fine. We're just going to kind of draw a quick little wick here, so that's going to be easy enough. We'll just go in here. I got Warband when Bannerlord just came out. And at the time, everyone was saying, oh, just get Warband. Bannerlord just isn't there yet. Don't waste your time with it. And I feel like I haven't even played one yet, so I probably should have just bought the new one, but I didn't, so oopsie daisy. Yeah, I've heard good things. I would like to see plate armor. I'm just a sucker for plate armor. It is what it is, but I've always been a sucker for plate armor. And honestly, probably one of the things I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 improved on quite a bit, but it's still... I feel like the silhouettes on the plate armor are still a little off in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Just a smidge. They still feel very flat in the chest. And a good plate armor protrudes out from the chest quite a bit so that it can properly deflect blows. So I feel like that was a... It still feels a little funky. And then we also need to do... Actually, let's just import something. Let's get the war table on. This should be a new material. And this is kind of like... It's made out of clay, so we'll call it clay. And we're going to use stone, but stone and clay look very similar. And we're going to make this like a more brown color. We'll have to make a new instance, but we will. So we're just going to do an auto unwrap here, and then we'll fix it. So all this bullshit together. Carve that there. This is oil. We'll just call this oil. And this one is, I think we have water in the game already. So we'll just make an oil color that's a little bit more transparent. Like that. And then this is cloth. I don't know if we have yet. Right there. And then this guy here obviously is no good, so we gotta just refix him up. Just kind of making this a little bit more organic looking. Like that. That looks really good. Okay, we're going to import another object here. This one will be an iron acid, I think. Nope. I don't know where I put it. I believe this is also... Candle. That looks like that's right. Fuck off. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I thought we had a little light over top of it, but I guess we don't. Let's look at Unreal Engine quick. I don't need any of this. Blueprints. Okay, so it's just a particle system that we use. This static mesh is busted. This has to be just iron. There we go. Okay, so now I understand what's going on here. We can go back into Maya and fix it. This is just standard iron. And just go into here and just change this material. Just got a little bit confused on its nonsense. It's not a big deal. We just gotta go and find our iron 01. Open that up. Find our candle. Reload. Come on. And then we also need to go to our this and get rid of object sorting. There we go. That's our lantern. And I guess we can have a lantern that's just like that. We're gonna just rotate this. mesh display, and we want to set to face, then soften. That just fixed that weird bug there with the lighting. Can take this and do the same thing. Mesh display, set to face, soften. And we can take this and hit Shift and duplicate. And basically, I'm just kind of setting up the lantern scene for this character. Now, I should be able to play with the size and variety of this. But these are kind of like our major light sources that we want to implement into this little scene here, so that it just feels like, oh, we have this lit area, so to speak. Let's see what we can do with this. And I guess we put it under miscellaneous. So we're just going to go SM_clay oil lantern play. 01. Export this out. SM handle 1. And then we'll do this too. SM_lantern iron 1. Then we can bring these in to the scene and we'll kind of get going. It has been patched to greatness. Yes. Bannerlord, I'm guessing you were talking about there. Static, clutter, miscellaneous. I don't know if it needs a collision mesh. This is pretty simple and it's pretty tiny. I don't think it matters. So we'll leave it alone. You just call this clay. Just make it orange. And then we also need all this oil. Good enough. It'll sell. How many faces is it? It's got a few triangles in it. Maybe out here we can add one more LOD. So at LOD1, we want it to be at 0.1. Maybe at 30%. There we go. Next up, we need to do the candle. We already have a bunch of candles. Save that. Save that. These are all sub 1000. I don't really give a shit about LODs. Oh, that's just the wick. So the question remains, we can instance it, I think. So if I click on this, you know, we got a few spots. We could do that. And then we go into our blueprints. And just load up another one of these. And we're just kind of looking for stuff. Maybe an axe. Something like that. This should have a collision. Just because it's pretty complicated. And it should have at least 2 LODs. So turn that off. Set that to 3. Just because. LOD 1 should be activated at 0.15. 40%. LOD 2 be out this far. 0.05. 18%. Save and close. That's good enough for me. All right. So then we can just add a 3 in here. We can start just decorating this area up a little bit. Get it looking nicer. Yeah, we're just getting clutter. And this clutter is going to make a world of difference in terms of just atmosphere. Looks like these candles weren't positioned excellently, which is a shame, but it won't be too bad. Oh, I spoke too soon. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, gentlemen. Synth has raided the stream. Welcome on in, Synth. Add a couple zeros and ones. Yeah, let's get this guy looking pretty. Yeah, it's wax. It's just melted wax. Just to sort of... Ooh, that's a little too big. Sort of sell it. there we go. Good enough. Don't need to go too crazy with it. So yeah, we never added the clay oil lantern, which is kind of the only thing we really made from scratch this stream, so we should put that in there. I wonder if we can instance a particle system. Hypothetically, you could. But I don't know. Let's see. If I did... I don't think it would work. Theoretically, you could. I just don't know if this has anything for that. So it has a particle system. Then I can just do candle. And there's the candle light. The question is there a way to just make this instanced? Because if I have each particle system implemented, This is just parameters. Have a good one, Synth. Thanks for stopping in. What if I did... just called this candle flame. We just did something. Okay. And then we just got to get rid of all this waste. So Unreal just doesn't like it when you waste material openness. So if there's a lot of opacity that's just not being used, that can actually hurt your performance. So we're just going to do that. Or to bring that in. And that should fix the issue. Combine, delete history. Okay. SM candle flame. And we should be able to do static. Let's try this. So there's going to be elements where you can see it kind of dim. Because the material won't turn to you automatically. But we can't seem to... It seems to be random. Or it seems to bounce a lot. So I don't see any other way around it. But... fuck this particle system. Yeah, we don't want that anymore. And we can just add a candle flame. To this thing, which honestly, this should be moved to VFX. But yeah, they're gonna be... Nope. Like it's slightly less efficient because you don't get that parenting effect. But big picture, we can put a lot of them in for virtually nothing. And I think that's a bigger win, so... Yeah, this is looking really good. We just need to... want this to sit just a little bit lower. Like that. We got 2 more candles to light up, and then we're going to add a light in here, and hopefully the light doesn't break things. But we'll have to see. Yeah, for the most part, that looks really good. So that's going to be a lot cheaper than if I just put like 10 particle systems in there. Now we got 10 instances. And it's just a lot cheaper. So we want to change this light. Attenuation radius 200. Let's see. Let's see what that splash of color does. If we get any lighting warnings. It's a very small light, so I'm hoping it doesn't really affect much. But I do think that kind of helps set the mood a little bit for that section. We also need to make a bed. Stinner needs to sleep, right? So maybe we do that next. And we can add some like crates and stuff in here as well, because we will eventually need them. Clutter, wood, chest would be good. A couple of crates would be good. Those will all come in handy. We're going to have some unique items in here, and I think we'll just keep them as static meshes because they're unique, so you won't get a whole lot out of having them as anything else. So it's not like these where we have multiple duplicates. There'll be they'll be stored elsewhere, so I think it'll be important to have just to get rid of that. Just to have static meshes, sorry. But in the meantime, we can make a bed. So we've never made a bed for this game yet. We've had like straw mattresses. Or straw beds, I should say, but we've never made like a mattress before. So that's something we could look at. So first and foremost, we should make a mattress, and then we'll build the bed frame around the mattress and then add sheets. So mattresses back then were pretty thin. Width-wise, maybe to about there. This is a single bed. Height-wise, a little longer than that. That feels like a good mattress in terms of scale, in my humble opinion. So the bed should sit kind of low. Something like that. Then obviously these are not the right, like it's not a box. It'll be pretty soft. So something like that. Kind of soften that up, make that a little bit more like a chiclet almost. And we kind of want to have it sunken. So we're just gonna kind of push that in there like so. And then, yeah, just kind of... soften that out a bit. So now you got a nice sort of like sunken mattress. It looks pretty nice. And we can just come in here. And we want this to be just cloth. And then we should be able to just knock these out. That's about it. Mattress. Easy peasy. What? It didn't build the lighting. Fuck it then. We'll do it again later. Let's get the bed in first, and then we'll rebuild the lighting. So there's our mattress. Now we need to make a bed frame. Which requires a little bit of this. And we should have it like that. A little bit longer. Let's cut that up. Sew that together. There, proper unfold. There's our wood. Honestly, we should just select it all. Just do that. It's fucking easier. It's annoying, but it's easier. Just do that, and then we just cut across. Like so. Yoink. Yoink. Should this thing have a headboard? I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't know if it should. You know, this isn't a hotel room. This isn't an inn. This isn't his house. This is a military camp. So... having a small headboard probably wouldn't be the end of the world. I guess. Yeah, we'll do a small headboard. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. We'll go here. .90-degree turn here. That just doesn't seem fucking right to me. This is a very cheap style. It's cheap on purpose because we want to, like I said, this is for a camp. This is not the fanciest bed you've ever slept in. It has a very specific purpose. And that is going to go there. This is a pretty easy technique. It's nice and even. Looks pretty dang good. Then we just gotta do an unwrap on it. Automatic. Sew all these edges together. Basically do that. Should be good enough. Then obviously this is way too much detail, so we want to kind of calm it down a little bit. There we go. And it's just a matter of flipping these axes over. Like that. Ooh. Doesn't quite line up. I guess that does, though. Combine this, delete the history, and then just re-unfold and lay it out. There's part of our bed there. Let's get this friggin' show on the road here. So we should have a little bit of a headboard, I think. And from this, we want to delete this face here. And basically, just a cheap headboard, nothing super fancy. What am I doing? There we go. About maybe yay high off the ground. Just a little bit of a fancy ness to it. Let's see here. Basically like that. F. Snap that to the center of the world space. Turn symmetry on and make sure it's to the world. Then I can do stuff like this. That just gives it a nice little arch. While the top side here could probably do with a little bit. Maybe just a little bit more here to smooth this bevel out. But then maybe just bevel the edges. This makes this a lot easier. Yeah, that's basically that. That's okay there. I think we should actually bevel these out. If only a little bit. Yeah, I like the look of that a lot. That's good there. Let's see what that does. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then we'll just do a quick little... No, we won't. I changed my mind. Very nice. Super cozy. Okay, so now we need bed sheets and a pillow. So typically they would have these cylindrical pillows and then a flat pillow over top. But the pillows are very similar to what we had or we use today. Very, very similar. Oh! What the fuck is that? A little bit thinner. Definitely longer. We'll stick that around there. A little bit thinner. There we go. That looks pretty good. We need to get rid of our symmetry for a sec. Okay, turn it back on. Obviously, pillows are not perfect cylinders, right? So it's important that we soften it up. Make it look believable. This thing here, I think we can make this bigger. I just do. That looks better. Bear with me, guys, as we get this thing done. UV automatic. You should be able to just do that pretty much. All right. Make a couple more pillows here. Nothing super crazy, but go into object mode, please. Something like that. That's almost perfectly on center. Wow. Oops. Um, that's fine. UV automatic. Let's take a look at what we got here. 'Cause yeah, I think we're pretty good. We're in good shape. We just need to kind of cut this piece off. Right there, and I think that's all you really need to do. We're gonna make these red, but for right now, that'll do. Have them slightly different to one another. Kind of pull some vertices. Make them feel slightly different. I got a question. Should we bother with cloth simulation or no? Because we can do like a cloth sim and then just kind of fake it. But honestly, I don't know if it matters. I don't think it matters. We'll just model it by hand. Actually, we can do even better than that. We just grab... Oh my god. Grab all of this. Duplicate face. And then just correct this. Oh, it's being annoying. Control E, W. We'll have this kind of curl over. And we'll kind of cheat like the fold over look, right? Fuck, we have symmetry on. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. You want it to look a little inviting, right? And then just kind of pull that over. And then we got to start bringing it in. Right? But then we got to bring this out. So we just got to hit Control E. Poop this out. Just a smidge. And then we want to bring this down a little bit. Yeah, that looks a little shitty, but you can hide it. We can always hide it. What is going on here? There we go. Howdy, whoever's chatting. Back a bit. I'm doing a siege in Bannerlord, and the ladders are such a crazy steep angle. It'd be physically impossible. Yeah. Can you push them off in the game, though? Or do you actually control that? Yeah, that's the biggest thing. At least it's not like Lord of the Rings where you just do like a front kick and then the ladders come off. Lord of the Rings was such a classic game. Everyone's like, oh, let me suck Batman Arkham series dick for the best game ever. And it's like, nah, bitch. Nah. That's Lord of the Rings. That shit belongs to Lord of the Rings. That looks okay. You gotta make layers, chat. We gotta make layers. Holy shit. There it goes. Actually, fuck that. Let's do this. He's gonna sleep exclusively in wolf fur, I think. I think that would be cool. And I think, oh, maybe it's in here actually. Looks like it's in here. Honestly, that might be the better play. What do you guys think? This way or that way? Might be better like that, actually. In my humble opinion. Now, should we have shelling? Probably. God, this thing can be so fucking annoying. Yeah, we're gonna shell it. Shell. That will help make it feel a little bit more convincing. Do. You can feel that fur thickness start to come through. Duplicate. Okay. Now we're just gonna take this. I think that's all in one piece. That should be fine, and we're just going to do this. And then we can just grab a couple points here. Like so. And come on. You fucking drunk bastard. Just do a little bit of that. And we'll have little bits of fur hanging out the backside here, and then I think we're done. That'll be good enough for a bed. In my humble opinion. A guy in DC Comics who was a fan of Lovecraft said, hey, these guys like Joker wouldn't be in a regular jail or asylum. They'd be in Lovecraft's asylum for lunatics touched by the elder gods. So you're looking to make a kind of like a loony asylum for your game. Interesting. Let's see if we can kind of pull and shuffle some stuff around a little bit. Just to kind of keep things a bit more interesting. Come on, you drunk bastard. Okay. You can delete the history. Go into automatic. Sew this whole thing together and just place. We're gonna flip this on this axis here. Stretch that out a little bit farther. Lift that side up a bit. There we go. So now that we both have these done, should be able to combine them pretty easily and then just successfully thicken them like that. UV automatic. And honestly, I don't really give a shit at this point. That looks fine. There we go. And then this, we want to duplicate face. And we just want to find our shell right there. I'm going to pass this. We're going to hit Control G. All this Stinner bed. Delete the history on it, and then we'll just do a quick save here. And then we just got to merge these into one thing. And then export this out. And we should be looking for do we have a furniture asset? I don't think we do. So I think we'll put it under wood assets because it's mostly wood. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we do. Wood chair, yeah, our furniture's in here. So we're just going to go SM, dinner, bed 01. Then we can bring this into Unreal Engine, and then we'll see how it looks in camp. Import. All right. Is that what we want? So we need to go in here. Make this a solid. Open this up. And just blast this to fucking 100. Still get a little bit of artifact, but it's not too bad. Which one's which? So that's clearly the outside layer. So we need to fix that a little bit. Nothing crazy, but we do need to fix it. But we're pretty close. So the biggest problem I have right now is the fur. We're at 1,600 faces. That's much better. I just gotta fix the UV stretching, but this is much, much better. It's a lot more geometry, but it's a lot better. And this is a small level, right? So we can get away with it. It looks a lot softer. It looks a lot more organic. In general, just a giant improvement. Let's try that again. As a rule, like cloth simulation, this isn't even that high poly for like cloth sim. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But like, look at how rugged and shitty that looks. And then if we re-import it, just much smarter. We just gotta fix here. And then I think we're out of here. Minor tweaks. But they will play a role. You might as well get it done right while you got it in, right? Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Ain't that a cozy fucking bed? Collision-wise, how are we going to make this collision? That's pretty damn good. I don't need it better than that. We should probably... 1,600 triangles is a lot. It's not that much, but it's... We could probably add an LOD or two. We should set this to 3. This thing would work. Let's go ahead. Here, we want to set this to... I don't know, 0.5, I guess. And our screen size should be 35%. Hit apply. Look at how nicely that reduced. And then we go out to about this far, which is 0.25-ish. We want to go and make that about 15%. Let's try 8%. That looks okay. That's only 1,300 triangles, so that's good. All right, now this is a unique item. We're not going to have like 6 beds in the game, so we might as well just throw it in. We don't need to make it an instance because we're not going to reduce the draw calls. It's going to be the exact same amount of draw calls either way. So there's just no real benefit to instancing this because it is a unique item. Go. This thing here. think everything else is normal. That's a nice color for that bed, too. I like that color. Red and black. Yeah, now we can delete. So, I think the bed belongs here. I'm just going to get rid of the lit so I can see what's going on. Yeah, I think the bed goes right there. I got a question, Synth. Should we have, or should we not have, a chamber pot? I don't think they use chamber pots for healthy people. I could be wrong, but I feel like you would just get up and use the latrine. I don't know why you would have a chamber pot in your bed. So I don't know if it's 100% the right move. Always fun to shit in your bedroom. Yeah, I don't know, but I just don't know if it's like I can make a chamber pot quickly, but I just feel like that's not. Like I could just take this candle because it kind of looks like a chamber pot, and I can just hide the wick under the bed, and it will just look like he pissed in his chamber pot because of the oil. He has oily piss, okay? Just don't judge him too much. Yeah, you just make this a little bit bigger. Maybe stretch this way a bit. Just kind of... And you just kind of go, oh, he... Yeah, you can kind of see the wick, though. So I don't know if that's a good idea for a permanent kind of thing, but... You can kind of see what I'm going for there. Grab a couple 8s. Kind of have boxes of stuff. You can start to feel how this thing is coming together. All right, let's bake it quick and call it a day. Well, they had... a lot of buildings had... literally extensions out of their walls so that they could just shit out the wall, right? So I don't know why you would have a chamber pot unless you just Like, I feel like it makes sense for, like, if you're sick and you can't get out of bed. It says it's just used. No, yeah, it was regularly used. I don't know, I just kind of feel like that's... Like, if you're too old or too sick to get out of bed, that's one thing, right? But when you're... We didn't bake like this. There's no fucking way that's what that looks like with the lights baked. Like, this thing looks like dog. Why does that not bake nicely? Show... It's good light map density. These are way too high. That bed could be better too. We could make this bed like a 128. Actually, we could probably have just did a property matrix thing for it, but whatever. This light map resolution needs to be like 16. Ah, 16's low enough. If that says red, I don't care. It's low enough. What is this? 3? We're going to do a little bit of cheating here. We can get rid of this view mode here. And this is 5. Again, we can afford to be a little bit more like, I don't want to say necessarily reckless, but we can afford to be a little bit more expensive here, because this level is so small. We might as well just take our time and do it properly, right? And this one should be an attenuation of 250, 100, 150. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better. It's got to rebuild the lighting. And that's going to look way, way nicer. Yeah, that looks like a chamber pot. Now it's open lid, which is not great. I mean, Stinner kind of sleeps in the stinky, but whatever. No, yeah, this is just a level for shit. So we're going to have a bunch of lights in here. And literally all you do is select your level. Then you can spawn AI in this training area here if you want to. But for the most part, yeah. This area here is going to be quite expensive. We're already at 99%, but the last percent takes the longest to bake. But yeah, we basically got the bed here. We got the war table here for deciding what you want to do. We're going to put like a dagger in the table because we're generic. And then on this side here, we're going to put our weapon rack here so you can change your loadout. And that's not a feature coming anytime soon, but it is a feature that will be in the game. Change your loadout, and then maybe like a mannequin here or like a post for putting your armor and stuff. And then maybe the shield against there. And that will be kind of like Stinner's war tent. Out here, we can have a couple more crates and stuff, and maybe a couple straw bales. Then have some loose straw on here, something a little bit to soften the ground. That sort of stuff. Easy peasy. We just got to kind of wait a minute here for this thing to finish building, and then we'll take some beauty shots. I'm glad we cranked that bed out at a decent time, though. That came out reasonably quick. There it goes. Map check found some issues. Yeah. I would say there's some issues. I don't know what this is. I don't know why this looks like shit. For right now, we're going to leave that alone. We'll figure out why the lighting looks weird later. Right now, that looks better. Like, this just looks fucking better. For whatever reason, the baking just completely fucks with the color. And maybe that's my lighting setup and I need to tweak my lighting, but I don't have time to fix it today. So we'll look at it some other day. Try that again. This time with feeling. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. What do we got here? Yeah, the Romans had a little bit, were pretty sophisticated with their stuff. Yeah, I don't understand the light baking issue, to be honest. Like, why does it insist on looking so bright in some spots and so dark? Like, it's just the inconsistency that doesn't make any sense to me. But we are going to wrap up here, so I guess we can find someone to raid. We got a couple people watching. We'll do Scavenger. It's been a minute. And he's got the blue check mark, which I think means he's part of the creator program. Let's go say hi to him. He's a cool guy. All right, guys, that's it for me. See you later.